We've got high hopes for this contest with these two fighters. Should be a really good matchup. I'm Todd Grisham, and next to me for the broadcast, here comes this bout. So much hype surround. And there's the bell to start round one. The straight right just misses. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. The jab not finding its target. What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
You can walk into an arena and be the hero. The pressure, the expectation, the desire from the fans. You can't get away from it. Ignore them. Lock it up. I know it's hard. I can hardly hear you, Todd. You've got to ignore them. Get on with your job.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Wasn't ready for that counter punch. Both men step back for just a moment. That counter punch caught him clean. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? Beautiful counter shot. Perfect counter lands. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Get focused and get your mind back on the job. Get that count on.
Yes, I like that round. Good round. Feel good? Good man. Good man.
Boxing back together. He was close to this fight.
Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
They exchange punches. So much firepower here. When you're training to fight a swarmer, you've got to focus on your conditioning because they will push you to the edge of your limits.
You are fighting a swarmer. Be smart, be sharp. Concentrate, but you've got to be confident. Do not dance his dance because that swarmer, once you do that, you're giving a man a chance that shouldn't have one.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Swing and a miss with that hook. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Straight right just misses. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's a very competitive round with 10 seconds left. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter. And the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fighter. Get out there and get the job done.
You don't want to lose this.
Load up. Don't be looking there for one shot at a time. Set him up. Beat the
This kid Go back out there and win the round. Get back behind your
Ready to go, but you've got to be smart. Otherwise, he'll see it and he'll ride it out. Go out there and finish him. So just keep him on the end of his jab. You're getting your timing already. The right hand's beautiful.
Yeah. Come on, let him back into the fight. You must.
And there's the bell for round 3. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You'd like to see more jabs. Well done with that counter shot. An uppercut does not score. Nice counter shot. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
Missing with the left uppercut. Punch, counter punch. Can't land the jab there. Nice counter. Perfect counter shot. Nobody home with that hook. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Just the same again.
Come on, do you want to win this fight? Don't worry about that round. Don't.
And he'll start tiring you. Good work, he was thinking.
Get about that round. It was a bad round, but we don't care. Go out there.
Don't forget the jab and don't get carried away. Think about your defense and remember what you do. Good work. The jab's working nice. There's 1-2 straight down the middle. You can't miss him.
Be smart when you go out. Just take the round off. Win the round.
Great round. Just the same again. Don't change to...
You got complacent. The fight's not over yet. You've got to go out there and win.
Now, I don't want you to load up. Don't be looking there for one shot at a time.
Now it's a tougher fight. He's going to be confident.
The referee calling for seconds out as we get set to jump back in the action.
But you've got to be smart. Otherwise...
And then start gathering your pace and win this round. Take away that confidence. Stop him in his track.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics sometimes to sort of actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
How about that time counter shot? That hook won't score. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Trying to land that jab. Nice counter shot. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got 2 class middleweight fighters, you're in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable.
Go hold on a second, Johnny. Whoa, the Raging Bull in real trouble. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it. There's the bell for round 5. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Beautiful counter punch. Good counter punch. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. Good counter punching. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. It really takes something to put Jake LaMotta down, and he just did it. We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
Well, they're back up now, but they've got to be cautious. Cannot afford to trade back now, can they, Johnny?
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
He's got the advantage halfway through the round.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T. Play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over and over again, they've got it.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Straight right just misses. So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. And the Raging Bull is down. We knew his chin would get tested in this fight, and it... See how the corner handles their fighter here. On to the 6th round. Gotta be feeling confident heading into this round after knocking their opponent down twice.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'd be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
Catch and shoot. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look like these guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. It hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
Incredible work rate. Got out of the way of that right hook. And he scores with the counter. Well, Johnny, as you know, there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive.
I've seen some aggressive fighters.
And the Raging Bull goes down. What a knockout headshot. Let's watch it again. Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
Love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath, thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
Take the round up.
Great work. I love that. I love that. The jab slick. Just keep him on.
I need you to focus on what you're doing. You don't want to lose this fight, do you?
Don't give him no free shots. Keep smart. Just the same.
Here comes round 7. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle, man. He's got to bluff him.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. That counter shot lands. Nice job slipping that left uppercut. At some point, the corner needs to decide we have to protect our fighter. Trying to buy time. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
The building is going bananas. Will they see a huge upset here? I thought we were going to see the finish there.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough, tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
And Slugger will not beat the count. This one is over. And as we see it again in slow motion, there's no doubt that...
Listen to me. Are you okay?
Not many people would have predicted it, but we've got a knockout. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is go time. My name is Todd Grisham. Next to me, of course, is Johnny Nelson.
You try to give...
First up, we have Showboat from the United States of America.
This bout is scheduled for 10.
You can tell both of these athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. Nice hook. The face is telling the story from that jab. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. So much hype surrounding this big matchup as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
This is not just hype. We are in for something special tonight. What an arena, what an atmosphere, what a build-up.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
Can't find a home with that jab. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Don't worry, don't switch off completely. Get your mind back on the end of what you do. Good work. Just the same again, don't change it.
And there's the bell for round two. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
There's a counter shot. This fighter has been described as a swarmer, that fighter who attempts to overwhelm their opponent by applying constant pressure.
You've got to be fit to fight a fighter like this, because they will stay in your face. They will throw punches at you. They don't even let you breathe. You've got to be fit. If you're not fit, the fight's over.
Nice counter. Holding nothing back here in the round. Nice counter shot. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. They both want a highlight reel knockout. This fighter's always
creates so much unpredictable movement with left to right, box forward, box backwards. You don't know if they're going to attack or defend. Nightmare fighters.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. It's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
You can't leave it up to the judges.
And there's the bell to start round three. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, If it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Is he going to punch himself out, though? And he scores with the counter. He blocks that jab. How about that time counter shot? Hook misses halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Just missing with the uppercut. That hook won't score. A perfect counter shot. That counter punch caught him clean. His stamina is off the charts. Both going for the KO. It's so obvious. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
That's it. Just start.
There's the bell for round 4. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Punch, counter punch. They exchange punches. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through?
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
You can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're gonna get knocked out. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Counter punching. It's bombs away. Straight right just misses. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
There's the bell to start round 5. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. You've got to relax.
The straight right just misses. Nice counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They both want the knockout. That counter shot lands. That hook doesn't score. Good counter punch. This is a high-octane battle. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Wow.
Let's start the 6th. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Well, you know with featherweights, the hands are going to be flying. A lot of punch output.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Catch and shoot. Look at the swelling and the bruising. They're going to take a look, and they may stop this fight. Yes, sir. We fight on here. Can't find a home for that jab. The build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
So one who draws first blood, Todd, that's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
This round could go either way, 10 seconds to go. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something. Here we go. It's round 7. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
The perfect counter lands. They both want a knockout, you can tell. Those counter punches have to hurt. The straight right just misses. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
A real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Well done with that counter shot. Beautiful counter punch. Not a lot of defense here at all. Beautiful counter shot. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. I'm worried about these two fighters gassing out as this fight goes on.
Get back out there and switch on.
There's the bell to start round 8. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place.
And Dib goes down. I don't care who you are. When you get caught with a body shot like that, you're going down.
I've got to see that again.
The referee says we will fight on. Not sure about this one.
Hard, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up from the stool again? That was a shot.
Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close rounds.
Halfway through the round, and they've got some work to do to get back into it.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
They're looking really close at this cut. Will the fight continue?
Hey, are you all right? Are you okay?
So apparently the referee deems it's not that serious, and this fight moves on. Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. Billy Dib on the back foot. Both fighters starting to get tired as we start round 9. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
A lot of effort being exerted here. Missing with that right hook. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out of there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. His stamina is off the charts. Straight right just misses. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Back and forth they go. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. That cut is going to cause some serious problems.
Man, oh man.
There's the bell to start round 10. What a round we just saw. Let's see what we've got in store for us here.
What a round. I'm exhausted. They must be absolutely shattered. What could you tell a man when he comes back to the corner? You need the instructions to be simple, precise. Don't befuddle them because they're just shattered.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. These two featherweights are going to let their hands go. You know that.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Having a hard time finding a home with that right uppercut. That jab won't score. He just misses with that jab. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. When are we going to see a jab from these two? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Some might have thought it was a little bit closer, but in the end, the referees are in a Here we are, getting ready for this showdown between these two fighters. Should be a good one. I'm Todd Grisham, and watching this live with me is Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Nice to be here with you.
It's time for our tale of the tape. First up, Unbreakable from Cuba.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing.
The fans are ready, and it looks like the fighters are now ready.
Todd, it's one of my favorite venues. You can't get a better...
These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. That big hook doesn't land. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. He misses with that straight left. There's a counter shot. That counter shot lands. He threw a punch and just got countered. One of the hottest tickets around. It's standing room only for this, our main event.
It's so hot, it's so heated. There's a roof on here, you don't understand it. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're getting under. You're on the wrong side of a beating. This can be hellfire on here.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Misses with the straight left. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Good arm positioning, blocking that hook. Through the straight left, but it won't score. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs... On to the second round. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Nice counter shot. If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
Counter puncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counter puncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Well done with that counter shot. The straight right just misses. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
He misses with that jab. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive. And they're down, trying to make it up before 10 as the referee continues the count. We knew his chin would get tested in this fight, and it failed him miserably. So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Let's see. On to the third. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Nice defense there to stop the right hook. Nice counter shot. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. A perfect counter shot. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. He parries that left jab away. Misses with that uppercut. That counter punch caught him clean. Beautiful counter punch. His stamina is off the charts. Well, Johnny, it's still early on, but what do you think about what we're seeing so far?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Punch, counter punch. His stamina is off. Oh, and that changes everything. And down they go. I don't know. I got to take another look at that.
I need to...
So it's... Here we go to the fourth round. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
God, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very surprised.
You'd like to see more jabs. And he scores with the counter. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Beautiful counter shot. Swing and a miss with the right hook. His stamina is off the charts. That jab doesn't score. Macronelli might go down here. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. In a round that seemed like eternity for them. And there's the bell for round 5. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds. End zone, couldn't take anymore, and down he goes. What a blow to the head there. Let's see it again on instant replay.
Shot from the gods, they say.
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
Halfway through the round, and I think he knows he's got a lot of work to do.
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornermen now, it's down to them doing their job. Get through the round, regroup, right, freshen up, boom, different tactics.
What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Right when a thinking holding on here for a minute. Perfect counter lands. Macarinelli got caught. It looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. What a huge momentum swing.
I like that round.
There's the bell for round 6. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
That knockdown.
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? Stumbling around in potholes. How is this fight still continuing?
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they...
Oh, and that changes everything. And down they go. Let's watch this again.
Where?
So this was an unexpected turn of events. What happens next?
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
At the halfway point, there's no doubt who's won this round so far.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or it's a bit of a mousetrap.
This fighter's certainly not going to outthrow their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Nope, that hook won't score. Total domination with 10 seconds to go. Oh, and that changes everything. And down they go. A good body shot will paralyze you, and as you... This is a very important... There's the bell to start round 7. Is this the beginning of the end after 2 knockdowns last round?
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
The straight right just misses. They exchange punches. Nice counter. We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Incredible work rate. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself? Hold it right there. Wow, what a shot, and it's over. A home run swing, and that will do it here.
Are you okay?